Good morning.
Good morning. Well, just waiting for the temperature to warm up a little bit before we get out and start doing the
installing our cameras.
The camera system. So we got a few minutes. We just get done watching a leaked video from Watchtower.
We want to thank Capitan. It's on his YouTube channel, and thankfully he has put English subtitles in it so that we could see it. It's like, wow! It's like, don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, except that we do know where to begin.
Yeah.
Watchtower can't say this anymore. Guess where we're at? JW.org.
Yes.
Frequently asked questions.
Do Jehovah's Witnesses shun former members of their religion? Those who were baptized as Jehovah's Witnesses but no longer preach to others, perhaps even drifting away from association with fellow believers, are not shunned. In fact, we reach out to them and try to rekindle their spiritual interests. We do not automatically disfellowship someone who commits a serious sin. If, however, a baptized witness makes a practice of breaking the Bible's moral code and does not repent, he or she will be shunned or disfellowshipped. The Bible clearly states, remove the wicked man from among yourselves, 1 Corinthians 5:13. What of a man who is disfellowshipped? Or a young woman?
A young woman.
Because we've got a video. What of a man who is disfellowshipped but whose wife and children are still Jehovah's Witnesses? The religious ties he had with his family change, but blood ties remain. The marriage relationship and normal family affections and dealings continue.
And there's your contradiction with the video, because you'll see the young girl reaching out to mom through the telephone, making a phone call, and here's mom doing dishes, wipes her hand, picks up the phone, recognizes her daughter, and does not answer the phone. That is in direct contradiction to what's printed on JW.org. The marriage or the family relationship and normal family affections and dealings continue. Here's the legitimate and absolute hypocrisy with these people. They'll see on JW.org, they only print what they think's appealing to the non-Jehovah mindset. Because see, this is the real cheese on the mousetrap. This video is the trap, because they say normal affection continue. Well, how is it normal affections when the mom picks up the phone and sees it's her daughter and doesn't answer the phone? There's the lie, people. JW.org is nothing but a bunch of liars. They print this crap just so that it appears appealing to the ear if you're ever interested, but the videos show otherwise.
Well, also, it shows the father kicking her out because she got disfellowshipped.
Yeah, normal family ties continue, but you see the father exactly kicking her out of the house until her conduct becomes in line with whose? Jehovah's.
Okay, so let's show the clip, and then we've got some other things to say.
Al mirar atrás, reconozco que mis padres se esforzaron mucho por hacer las cosas bien, como Jehová quiere. Pero como yo no odiaba lo malo, no veía que mis decisiones fueran incorrectas. Con el tiempo, eso me llevó a hacer cosas de las que luego me arrepentí. Terminé expulsada de la congregación.
Sonia Erickson ha sido expulsada.
Mi familia se sintió destrozada.
Para continuar con nuestro programa, recordemos lo que analizamos la semana pasada.
Más adelante, mi papá me explicó que no podía seguir viviendo con ellos porque yo no quería cambiar mi estilo de vida. Me dijo que yo era una influencia negativa para mis hermanos menores.
Pues me voy de esta casa.
Estaba decidida a hacer lo que quisiera. El día que me fui de casa, solo pensaba en Eric. No me importó el dolor que estaba causando a mis padres. No pensé en la tristeza y la decepción que les causé. Los culpaba a ellos de mi situación. Hasta culpé a Jehová. A pesar de todo lo que había hecho, mi familia me extrañaba mucho. ¿Qué les ayudó a permanecer leales a Jehová todos esos años que estuve fuera de la congregación? El ejemplo bíblico de Aarón. Jehová directamente dio muerte a 2 de los hijos de Aarón. En esa ocasión, les ordenó a él y a su familia que no expresaran tristeza, para que toda la nación viera que estaban de acuerdo con esa decisión divina. Mamá y papá sabían que tenían que ser leales como lo fue Aarón. Ellos me querían y deseaban que yo volviera a Jehová. Traté de comunicarme con ellos. Quería hablar con ellos y oír su voz. Extrañaba estar en familia. Ellos también pensaban en acercarse a mí, pero sabían bien que si hubieran tenido contacto conmigo, aunque fuera solo un poco para saber cómo estaba, esa pequeña dosis me habría bastado. Me habría hecho creer que no necesitaba volver a acercarme a Jehová.
Now, some of you may remember back in November of 2014, they did a Watchtower study article. Like I said, November 2014, page 14. And they mentioned this in the video.
Yeah, about how Aaron was not to mourn
Yeah.
the divine execution of his 2 sons. But Watchtower doesn't tell you why they were executed, at least not in this video.
So here's paragraph 5. A heart-rending experience for Aaron's family is recorded at Leviticus 10, 1 through 11. They must have been devastated when fire from heaven consumed Aaron's sons, Nadab and Abihu, at the tabernacle. What a test of faith it was for Aaron and his family not to mourn their dead relatives! Exclamation point. Are you personally proving yourself holy with regard to not associating with family members or others who have been disfellowshipped? So they're comparing this,
Yeah.
incident in the Bible with, disfellowshipping family members and this video.
Which is a false comparison, because Watchtower doesn't qualify why these 2 sons of Aaron were consumed by fire. And that there again, this is how they mislead their flocks, because their flocks are too ignorant to go and research this stuff and seek out their own feelings on the matter. Remember? Well, in fact, we're actually in the middle of watching another secretly recording judicial hearing, and this brother that's before the judicial committee reads a scripture in John that Jesus says, test out every inspired utterance and see whether it's true or not. So the Jehovah Witness sitting and reading this bullshit article, watching this stupid ass video, saying, I'm not going to test it out because I trust that Watchtower knows more than me.
Well, the thing is they're forgetting one very important point. Jehovah executed Aaron's sons directly. It's the elders and the organization that judges, and like Mike just mentioned, the judicial hearing that we've been watching from the YouTube channel, The Unlearned. And it's interesting because it appears they've already judged Phil, I think his name was, before he even came to his judicial hearing, and he brings this out, and they won't admit it. But this is the thing. This is the elders in the organization that are judging you, throwing you in the garbage. This has nothing to do with being judged by God.
Yeah, because what they don't point out is that these 2 sons of Aaron were doing priestly duties. And that account in Leviticus 10, and it's also repeated in part. No, did you move my bookmark again?
I did not take your bookmark.
Well, that doesn't help me here either. But there's a little...
I didn't touch your bookmark.
Somewhere in Numbers, it talks about these 2 sons of Aaron offering illegitimate fire. Okay? This is why they were executed by God, according to the account. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. It doesn't matter. but for Watchtower to use this account and twist it around and convince the Jehovah's Witness that you've got to shun your family and not even mourn that they've been kicked out of the congregation is wrong in itself, because they're using a story of the Bible and they're twisting it around to fit their corporate ideals.
Well, that's what's interesting, and how hypocritical and a contradiction, because it says not to even mourn your family members who have been disfellowshipped. But yet in this video, they're showing the mom mourning. I mean, she goes into her daughter's room and she's looking at her journal. So obvious she's mourning.
She may not be crying tears, but her heart is mourning, isn't it?
Well, when the daughter walked out and left that day, she was crying on dad's shoulders.
That's right, yeah.
So she was mourning.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole account. Numbers 10, 1 through 11 is the account. And here again, excuse me, Leviticus. You're right, Leviticus. Okay, right up here, verse 1, later on, Aaron's sons, Nadab and Abihu, took up and brought each one his fire holder and put it in fire holder and put fire in them and placed incense upon it. And they began offering before Jehovah illegitimate fire.
So it wasn't their place to do this.
Well, not only that, but they were acting as priests, which had not been prescribed for them. So they were doing something in a priestly fashion that they should not have been doing. Well, obviously God killed them. Now we go down to verse 6. Subsequently, Moses said to Aaron and Eleazar the Ithamar, his other sons, do not let your heads go groomed, and you must not tear your garments, that you may not die, and that he may not become indignant against all the assembly. But your brothers of the whole house of Israel will do the weeping over the burning, which Jehovah has made burn. Wait a minute. Aaron couldn't mourn, but the entire nation of Israel did mourn. So Watchtower has totally taken this example out of context and misapplied it to a modern day application. Wait, okay, which elder or priest of Watchtower, these elders are nothing but illegitimate priests for this Watchtower Babel Crap Society Corporation. Figure it out. These men are acting as priests in behalf of the name Jehovah. Which one of these elders has ever offered incense on an altar? You don't do that no more today. So these scriptures don't apply in this modern day application. And there's your hypocrisy. They're trying to make this stuff apply in today's modern day era. And nobody burns incense on an altar to Jehovah anymore. The only sacrifice that Jehovah's Witnesses claim they legitimately sacrifice is the bullshit door-to-door preaching work. And when they do go from door-to-door preaching this bullshit, it's all taken out of context and misapplied.
Well, you know, if you're going to use that thing, then that means the congregation can mourn for the disfellowshipped one.
Exactly.
But obviously,
Or if they're going to take something like this and make a modern day application, then why not have the whole congregation sit in on the judicial hearings and let the congregation make the judgment, just like back in the days of Israel, you had your judge at the gate. The whole congregation was at the gate listening to all the testimonies. Oh, you don't follow that, do you, Watchtower? Oh, no, but you're more than happy to apply some nonsense that doesn't apply in the disfellowshipping, breaking up of families, but yet you won't do the other part regarding the judicial hearings. This is why you need to stay away from JW.org and Jehovah's Witnesses, because this organization, this governing body, the writers of all these Watchtower articles, they're screwed in the head. They're the ones that are diseased.
Mentally diseased.
Yeah. I mean, walk away from Watchtower, do your research, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, they even have a thing on JW.org, the frequently asked questions is, do Jehovah's Witnesses break up families or build them up? I don't even have to read this because you just seen in the video, they do.
They do. You just witnessed their video of this father kicking the daughter out of the house. You just witnessed the mom will not answer the phone when it's from her daughter. That's a breaking up of a family, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't you just love how Jehovah works? Don't you love how Jehovah is breaking up families? On jw.org, again, you'll read what you think you want to hear if you know nothing about Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, this looks like this might be a good religion for me. Oh, just look at the love that they're printing in front of the screen. You get involved and it's a whole different story. Oh, hell. You don't even need to get involved. Just watch the video and then contradict that with what they just wrote right here.
Well, I was just going to say, our own moms, at this point, anything we send to them, they send back or throw away. They will not even open it.
Because
if we call, they are not picking up. They are not returning our calls. So if we have something important family business to tell them, we're actually going to have to hire a lawyer and have them write a letter and send it to them.
Yeah.
I mean, how ridiculous is that?
See? How ridiculous. So if you're a member of another church, let's say you're, I don't know, some Seventh-day Adventist that's got 1,500 members in your congregation, show them this video. Show them what's here on jw.org. Let them now start doing the work to bring down Watchtower.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So, thank you for listening to our rant.
That was a good rant.
Yeah.
It's just that this hypocrisy and this bullshit just fires me right up because it's so plain to see how easy it is to mislead people. You taking my caffeine away?
No more caffeine
Give
for
me
him.
my caffeine.
No more caffeine for him. We hope you all have a wonderful day.
And I guess I'm going to start climbing a ladder, ain't I?
Yep, we gotta go get our ladder out. So, love you
Bye.
all. Bye.